Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Uh, I was really kind of torn over. So I had in mind what I was going to do today, and then I got distracted by something yesterday, and I thought, oh, this would be great to share and discuss today. But then I got in today and I don't know enough about the thing I learned about yesterday, so I'm going to do the thing I'd already planned to do. And then I dug into building the thing I was going to do today, and I realized there's so much more I need to learn about building the thing I was going to build today. So, boy, web design development is definitely not a learn everything and you're done kind of profession. And I guess nothing is, but man, it's been one of those weeks where I felt like there's so much I don't know. And almost, I know you've heard of imposter syndrome. It borders on that. Like, what in the world am I doing, and why am I in this profession? Why am I doing this for people, and why are they paying me? But I'm glad they are. But anyway, so we're just gonna build something today, and I'm gonna tackle it the best I can. It's something I've built for a lot of clients. I don't have anything prepared. We're gonna go completely from scratch. Hopefully, this won't take forever. But I thought it'd be kind of fun just to jump in and do it. So you might notice I have this pulled up. So I've really been trying harder to pay attention to accessibility. I've even been practicing with I don't know how you say this. Or do you pronounce it like NVDA, or is it just NVDA? It's a screen reader. It's an open source screen reader that is an alternative to JAWS, which is not a free screen reader. But I think it is one of the more popular for Windows anyway. Mac has something built in. I don't think Windows does, but anyway, uh, it has been a really enlightening process. Lots of discoveries, lots of things I'm realizing that I was not doing right, and I was not being helpful when I thought I was being helpful. And you really do have to walk a mile in someone else's shoes to really get a handle on, first of all, what they're dealing with, and then how you can help them. So anyway, I thought it'd be simple just to build a kind of a notification banner that a lot of clients request. They need a way to announce things on their website, and they want it to be visible. And while I thought it would be fairly simple and straightforward, I started getting to the accessibility portion of it, and it was not necessarily. So I haven't tested this with a screen reader, so this may not be up to snuff with being fully accessible, but we're going to try. And I guess this is more for the back end portion of it, but I'm going to just stop rambling now. But we're going to build a banner and the custom post type for it and the fields for it. And we're going to use GeneratePress and GenerateBlocks and advanced custom fields to set this up and do some basic design. I have some really basic stuff put in. This is, the site that I've been playing with forever. And yeah, so let's jump in and go for it, and let's see what we can do. So I guess I don't know whether to design it first or build the post type. I think let's build the post type, and let's consider the kind of fields we're going to need. And I'm just going to call it notifications. I don't want to call it alerts. They're not really, I guess you could use it for alerts, but they're more for just making announcement kind of things. And I have done this before when I don't know whether to prefix that. If that's, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Sometimes I worry about conflicting post type keys with other plugins and things. Public, hierarchical. This is just post. Don't need advanced. We don't need a featured image. We don't need the editor. We do need custom fields. Not going to worry about that. Oh, we do want to, let's see, we want something fancy. What could we do? What could we do? What kind of image? Do you guys deliberate over this and worry over it? I do, because I want it to be perfect. And I'm usually too lazy to put in like my own image. And I know that's a lame excuse, because I just always think, something will work here. It's just the admin. A chicken leg, a drumstick. Okay. Let's make it a drumstick. Why not? Yes, exclude from search. What I was going to say is sometimes I'll use posts for this so that they can post something about the notification, and then there'll be a custom tag or taxonomy or something, or maybe I'll make it the sticky post that will create the notification banner across the top of the site, and then it links to the post where they can provide more information about what they want. 6, I don't know. URLs, but we're just going to make something custom here. Rest show. We want it to show. Okay, we're going to save that, and our notifications with our chicken drumstick show up over here. And we need some custom fields for it. And let's see, we'll just call it notification fields. Notification fields. And go ahead and associate it with notification. Okay, so what do we need? We need a place to enter text for it. And I think just a straight up text field will be fine, because we want it to be fairly succinct. No need to get really verbose about it or type a paragraph. Ugh, my coffee's not great today. I guess we'll call it notification text. Yeah, and notification is long. Do I call it? We'll call it notify text. Be a little shorter. And I don't think, it does need to be required, because, we need to say something. If not, if we don't have anything to say, then we don't need a notification. Don't need conditional. Okay. So what other potential options could we have? Well, we may want it to link to something, and I'm just going to do a URL for now. I haven't gotten fancier with it and done like a selector, like like a select or radio, where select, you want to link to a file, an external URL, a page within the site, that kind of thing. We're just going to make it a URL and keep it simple. Notification URL, and a little optional. Whoa. Okay, so notify URL, and does not need to be required. That should be cool. Okay. What else? What if we wanted to open in an external tab, or new tab, new window, whatever the default behavior may be? So let's do a select. A select, or would radio? What do radio buttons? We'll call this. What do we call this? I could just say, open in new tab, ? And then a yes, no. But I don't think I want that. I want it to link behavior. Sure. Do I need? Okay. So I think about this all the time. I want it to be easy for the user. I've called this notification URL. URL. Yeah. Link behavior. And this may not be the most efficient either. Okay. Notify link behavior. We'll leave it like that. Now our choices, we're going to use the values. So we're going to say self, same window, and blank. We're just going to do these two for now. New. I think it's tab window. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. And default will be self. And we want it to be, well, we could just return the value. Let's say we could return an array. Let's just do the that'll be easier. There's no need to return the label. We just want the value. Okay, is that all we need? Is that all we need? Okay, one of the things I had been reading when I, did a deep dive into making these accessible was that if it is a link, it should be visibly a link. It shouldn't just be a banner with text in it, and you want to assume that they're gonna know. Oh, I know what we can do. I know what else we need to do. Yeah, you don't want them to assume. You don't want to assume that they're gonna think it's a link. You want to show them it's a link. So we might have a different. We'll figure that out. I think we're going to have two different outputs, one for just plain text and one for if it's a link, because we're going to have to wrap it in. Yeah, okay. So let's save this. And I know I'm rambling a lot, but it's a lot to think through. It's not as simple as you think it is. Now we need some colors. So let's go to the customizer. We're going to create some alert color, or not alert, notification colors. So right now we just have the default. So let's do notification. What do we want to call it? Notification default. It'll be like a greenish. And I'm just picking stuff. Whoa. Oh, I need to do that first. Let's get closer to the kind of bluish. We want to make it green but dark because we're going to do white text within it. Okay. And then we want notification alert. And we could, do warning and all that kind of, kind of simulate what Bootstrap does for their colors. It's very vibrant. Okay. So now we have those. So we have notification default and notification alert. So we made those two colors. I think we can now go in and do another set of radio buttons. And let's see. We'll just keep them as radio buttons. And now we'll do notification level, notification style, notification, we'll call it style, notify style. Okay, and our choices will be, wait. No, I think I need to do, is this how it can work? Notification default. So I'm thinking I can do this. Notification. I didn't spell that right. Oh, I left out the T. Notification alert. Okay, so in the default style should be, I'm not going to type that again. That, we just want to return the value. You know what? Let's make this 50%. We're going to make these appear side by side, horizontal. I think this will work. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, let's save these. Okay. So now let's go. We're going to add one and we're going to try it out. And it gets all goofy with SEO settings. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, just a second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so let's do this. This is a test. This is a test of the non-emergency see web dev system, whatever. Carry on as usual. Let's see. Do we need... Let's test it without this first. Okay, now let's publish. And I'm almost wishing... No, this is... Okay. Keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Okay. So now let's go to Elements. And we're going to create a notification block. Here, and we're just going to jump straight into a query. Keep it blank. Okay. And I like to open this up, and let's see. So the loop item, let's do this, and let's do our custom field. So we want post meta of... Oh wait, sorry. I forgot, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Post query, blah, blah, blah. Notifications. Booyah. We just want one. We want the most recent. Now, this is debatable. I think what we're going to do, we're going to call this a role region. And now let's go back to the text. What happened? Okay, I'm going to save a draft and refresh. Did I goof something up? Item 2, there we go. So just some little boo-boo. So let's go to post meta, current post, meta key. Look at there. Okay, notify text. We're not going to link it to anything right now. Yeah, we'll test that in a minute. Okay. So let's add a little bit of styling. Okay, first of all, this is a paragraph. That's cool. We're going to remove any bottom margin that it may have. And we're just going to give one rim of space. Okay. Here's where we get a little bit. Okay. This is the query. This is the looper, which is also an item. And this is where I get a little fuzzy. So what I want to do, post meta key, notify style. Okay, let's go down here because I'm not sure if this will work, but we're going to try. Color. Post meta key notify style. Did it? Okay, so it did stay. And we're going to oh, nope, I need display for the entire site. And let's go. Let's do a hook, and we're going to before header. Okay, now let's publish, and let's see how it's looking. If it is there at all. It's not there. Okay, so where did we go wrong? We have the header. We have a query. You know what? I wonder. Let's do, wait, it's a pipe character required : false. I wonder if that is having something to do with it, because I might have put in the wrong name, post meta name, key name, whatever. Yeah, there. Okay. So let's see what that's filling in. So it's not populating that background color. So let's see why. Let's jump back out here, go, well, first let's check notifications. Okay, that default style. I wonder why. It might just be that I didn't name it, or I didn't reference it. Notify style. So it should be returning the values. I wonder if there's something up with that. Surely, return the value. Notification default. Okay. Okay, let's jump back over here. Copy that value. And it may be because we're trying to apply it to the query, it's not getting anything. And I kind of get that. Notify style. Okay, so let's cut this, and we're gonna, yeah, okay, whatever. Let's delete it, and let's apply it to this. Let's see if that. Because it's hard for me to remember sometimes that this is the outer query loop, and it may not catch it if there's nothing there. I'm sorry, that made absolutely no sense. Okay, it's still not getting the background color. Okay, well, let's go a level deeper. Let's go to the loop item. Now it works. Okay. So on that loop item. Okay, well, that's good to know. So you can't use tags on the looper or the query. So I'm going to want to test to see if there are no items available, posts or whatever, if it will completely hide the whole query. I think it will, and I hope it will. So let's go back here and let's get rid of that spacing because we don't want it there. We want it here. Not sizing, we want spacing. And let's go ahead and we're going to change the inner color to white. And get rid of that. All those extraneous. Yeah, I know that happens to not just me. And let's center. Okay, now let's save. Okay. We're cooking. We're on the right track. So let's just test real quick to see if, well, a couple of things. Let's go to notifications. And first, let's just see if I switch this to draft. So there are no results. We want to make sure the entire nope. Does not. There it is. Okay. So I wonder, do we have a setting to do nothing? Here, query from template, post page, add parameter. I guess we could revert to using these visibility controls. I don't know if that will do the trick. So the reason I want to do it this way as a post type is I want to be able to schedule notifications and have them switch out based on dates and times that I've set. I always like it that way so that it's not just I can keep a record of past notifications if I like and revive old notifications rather than just like setting up, say, an options page and just swapping out the text in one field, which I guess, that would be a cleaner way as far as getting rid of this query block. And I might be, okay, add no results. Well, I really don't want to do that unless, that doesn't really give me, I want this thing to be completely hidden. If nothing appears, if there are no posts within the notifications post type. Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, I am somewhat disappointed that I cannot get this to work the way that I wanted. So we're going to tweak it just a little bit. So the problem is that, oh, wait, I think I'd been tinkering and I didn't save it. I want this to completely go away if there are no notifications. And what's happening is that a remnant of it is being left behind as a query if nothing is present. So this is the outer wrapper. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this role region, but we're about to move that. So if I were to jump in, I'm going to open a new tab and we're going to go to our notifications. And we're going to switch this to draft so it goes away. And on the public side, visibly, it does go away. But there's a remnant of that markup still here with that role region. So we're going to change it so that it's just an empty div. And I hate it that it's going to be there. But, if we were doing this in PHP, no problem. But we're not. Or not for now. So let's get rid of that. And we're going to go to the looper instead. We want to do the loop item. We'll do the looper. So role region. And this tells screen readers that this is a significant area that should be part of the flow of the page. And this is where I got this information. The region role is an area landmark role. The region role should be reserved for sections of content sufficiently important that users will likely want to navigate to the section easily and have it listed in a summary of the page. Yeah. So I guess it could be a banner, but I'm thinking no. No, we're going to do it. And again, I'm a little sketchy about this. But what's going to happen is we're going to need a labeled by. Where is the example I give here? So here's a heading. So we give it an ID, and then this role region references that text aria labeled by region heading, so that it knows this region is defined by this heading. And since we don't have a heading, we just have text. I think the same principle will apply. But me thinking has been getting me into trouble lately, so be warned. So let's give this an ID, and we'll just call this vacation banner. And then we go up here, region, and we have this aria labeled by, I always misspell this, notification banner. Did I do that right? Notification banner. Okay. That's still draft. So now we should just have that empty query div, and we do. And it has a class to it, but for all intents and purposes, it is completely empty. I don't know if this is going to throw things off. I haven't tested it with a screen reader. I'm not going to do that here because it will completely blow up in my face, but just be warned. I am going to do some more videos on accessibility once I really get a better grasp on using the screen reader, and not just for visually impaired users, but for everything. It's really changing the way I'm dealing with stuff. So let's switch this back so that it shows, and let's see what we get. Okay, role region. There we go. Okay, now we have that, and we have this. It has an ID. Okay, so let's look at this. Interesting. Okay, so you do get a region there. This is a test. And I'll be honest, I don't know if this is accessible or acceptable or not for accessibility. So just be warned there. I haven't done a deep dive into this, but I'm going to continue building this just to show you how I'd handle the build of it at least. And I'm going to get more involved in best practices for this kind of thing, and how we can deal with it and GeneratePress and GenerateBlocks. Let's bump this down just a little bit, and we're going to get our link working. Let's just, that's kind of small. That's better. And maybe there's a wee bit. Ugh. It's a little bit too. Yeah, that's a little better. I mean, I don't want it teeny tiny. There's that freaking paragraph breaking through again. Okay. So, how do we link this bad boy? So now let's go in here. And I don't know what to link it to. We'll link it to my website. Yeah. And we want it in a new tab, and let's switch it to alert. Okay, now let's see what that does. It should just change it to red. Yep. No link. We haven't built that in yet. Okay. So now we have a decision to make, because we need to treat these differently, because if we're going to build in a link for opening in a new tab, we've got a problem, because we can't. Wait a minute. Yeah. So this is a paragraph. Now let's just do this. So we can link to a post meta and URL. Okay. Insert. Yikes. Now we get that. And let's do links and switch it back to white. We get an underline. Oh. But we're not going to be able to get the open a new tab. Okay. So how do we treat this? How do we handle this? Because let's see how it's marked up. It is a paragraph, and now it has a link inside of it. So when we make edits to this, say we add attributes, data, what, something, it's going to apply it to the paragraph and not the link. Yeah. So we need it to affect the link. So I think we're going to have to do a little bit. We're going to have to separate them. So we're going to have a version. And here's where it gets, crack my knuckle, sorry, a little weird, little maybe crazy. We're not going to link to anything. Okay, insert. So notify text. Yes. But so we might need this visibility to make this clean, because we're going to need to switch this to a span. No, we're going to leave that as a paragraph, and we're going to duplicate it. And this one is going to be a span. But we're going to wrap it in a link. I'm going to rename that link. And we're going to give it that. So in an ideal world, we would have, if there's no link specified, then this is going to show. If there is a link specified, then this is going to show. So that's the link. This is a span now. Okay, so within that, okay, so let's go ahead and apply post meta, current post, notify URL. Okay. Okay, now let's, I always this is the, sorry. I don't know why this always confuses me. Will that do it? That will do it. Okay, we're going to leave it underlined. There, that stinking paragraph is again. Okay, so Now for the link. Oh, good grief. Here we go. Okay, so now we want target. And now we're going to drop in that post meta key notify. What did I call it? URL behavior? That's one of the most time consuming things. Notify link behavior. Okay, I'll just copy that. Go away. You are not helpful. Notify link behavior, and we're going to leave it as default because we want it to, if there is no link, we want that to disappear. Now I think there's going to be 2. Yeah. Okay. Behavior. Let's see what happens. Let's look at that. Target blank. Okay, go away. Target blank. Okay, so that's doing right. Now let's jump over here to our notifications and let's wait. Did I tell it new window? Did I tell it new window? I must have. I hope I did. I did. Okay, if I switch it to default and save it, nope. That's going to change the color. Wrong one. Sorry. Let's see what that does, just to make sure that it's behaving correctly. Now it's green. Target self. Okay. So let's open a new tab. Refresh again, and we're going to test the link. New tab. There's my site. Booyah. Okay, so the big thing here, or the next item of business, is to make this go away when there is a link. For one, I've got 2 IDs, and that is a no. And that's where I'm a little bit torn. Leave that as a paragraph on how to handle it, because I don't think there's any way without this visibility plugin. This should make it pretty easy, because I can just tell it if there is a link present to hide it, or if there's a value in that. So we may need that. Without it, I'm not sure how we would handle that. And it may be staring me right in the face. Visibility, yeah, because I can't. I can have it hide if there is not a value to something, but I want it to show if there's not a value to something. I want it to show if there's no URL value. So if this is empty, I want this one to hide and this one to show. But that, I don't think that's doable. Not with just GenerateBlocks. I'm hurting my brain, right? That's not doable. There's not a condition to set up. There's no if something is empty, if that link is empty, because if the link is empty, it's going to hide it. If I do something down here, because there is a way you can say data, link, and I can put in the what is it? Target href. Yeah. So I can take that, say data link. Yeah, that notify URL, and I can say But now it's going to show if it's present, if it has a value. But if I were to remove the value and save it, it's going to hide everything. Yeah, but I want it to show. So yeah, just to keep this video under an hour, I think I'm going to set it with yeah, we'll use visibility, and we'll use advanced custom field. Is that right? Is that okay? So select the field. So if that has any value, then hide current post. I think that will give us the effect we want. It does. Okay. So that hover state needs to be changed. But it does look like a link now. I guess I could style it to be more like, yeah, this is probably what I would do. Maybe add a teeny bit of spacing. I mean, just barely. Rim. And let's do 6 on either side, maybe. And we're going to, where's background color? We're going to do black, but we're going to show them. Oh, and it's a block. What? It's a block level link? It never ends. There's always something. Let's give it 8. Okay, let's save that. It does. It fills the whole. Did I tell it to be block? Okay, let's make it inline block. Whoop. See if that takes care of what we're wanting to do. Maybe a little more roundness. Let's make it. No, let's not do that. Just that spacing. Let's just make it one rim on either side. Not a design lesson, folks. Just tinkering. Okay. And that has something to do with the line height. See how it's adding more. So if I were to line height 0, 1, it's going to affect it. And that's always a struggle. Like, so it looks like it needs more padding on the bottom or less on the top. It's one of those things I haven't figured out yet. Or I may have, and I forgot. And I don't remember right now. Video card glitching. That looks a little better. Anyway, I can quit screwing around with it. And we can, maybe we do tackle that hover. What have I got? Do hover and focus. We want, where's typography? We want it to stay white. And we want the background just get a little bit darker. A little bit darker. Okay. Yeah, I could probably use a little something extra, but there you have it. So, is it accessible? I'm not entirely certain. It does create a region that is labeled by this, and maybe I need to do like something that is screen reader only, and is called notification. And then once you jump in here, um, what would that look like? So maybe I can remember. Okay, let's move this. I think I have it applied here too. No, I don't. It's right there. Okay. Oh, we can get rid of that too. So bear with me here. Let's turn this into flex. And oh yeah, it's going to do that. Yeah, okay. Well, okay. Yeah. So it's still going to work because these aren't going to be visible at the same time, but we'll this may look kind of janky. But that's okay. We're gonna soldier on. So I don't know whether it ought to be an H1. It is the first element in the page. That is the eternal. I'm kind of making an assumption here, but let's see. So that text, let's call it notification, and let's give it that ID of notification banner, and let's style it. I'm going to say an H1 because I really don't know any better right now. To me, though, it's telling me this is the first item in a page, and I don't know whether to switch this to a section or typography. It's one rim. Okay. Okay. And the spacing, we need actually the flex layout. And for the column gap, let's give it 2.5 rim. And the row gap for mobile, even though I'm probably not going to do that right now. Whoa, 2.5 rim. Yeah, we'll leave it the bold. And we're also going to drop it in here. And we're going to make this flex. Inline flex. And this may not be exactly what I want it to be, but yeah. So I'm using the alignment to, oh, you know what? Let's use baseline. And that, I think that will help the text to line up a little better. May not. We'll see. Okay, so now let's take a look and let's see how things are shaping up. Whoa. Okay. So that is not right. Okay, so what I should do is wrap this in. So let's remove grid layout. What the? Oh, I think it may. Is that what GenerateBlocks does? It may be. Let's wrap that in a flex container, and we'll do that. We'll do that flexing here. Layout. Let's do inline flex, alignment. Do the baseline thing again, and we need that spacing. Guys, I'm so sorry. This is we're getting on an hour. All to build an alert box. Who would have thought? 0.25 rem, 0.25 rem. Wait, that's not, oh, 0.25 rem, 0.25 rem. And I wonder, does that need, we can do a little colon after it. Okay. So this has a visibility applied to it, but I want to move it to that container. So let's clear that and move it over here. Link URL, if it has any value, then hide. Fingers crossed. Okay. Yay. Well, that did something. Okay. Region notification. It does have a colon in it. I don't know if that's good or bad. But now when they get down to it, region notification, link notification, heading notification, static text. Can it do that? Can a link have a, I don't know if that's semantic HTML or not, or if that will work, but it might be that just this should have the link and not that. I'm not entirely certain. Or actually, I think it is okay, but it may read it kind of weird to a screen reader because it's going to hit that and go link, notification, heading 1, link. This is a test. So yeah, probably not the best for screen readers, but I'm going to cut it off here. I think you get the gist of it. And you know what? We built it from scratch. And let's see, if I go over, I'm going to list the plugins and things that I used. But I was going to show you the plugin list. Apparently I have an update. If it'll ever load. So this is the plugin, this block visibility. It's really, really great. And to be a free plugin, it does so friggin' much. Yeah, very helpful for, if you're not wanting to dig into PHP or you still want to handle your templates and things in GenerateBlocks, GeneratePress / GenerateBlocks, which I'm trying to do. The hiccups I ran into in this, and this is no shade against GenerateBlocks. If I were doing this in PHP, I wouldn't have the roadblocks, or maybe not roadblocks. I wouldn't run into these issues of having to like hide things, show things, or this should have a link, this shouldn't have a link. I could just do conditionals and have things appear and hide as I wish. But I'm not trying to make a case one way or the other. I know that I think a lot of the people watching these videos probably want a solution in GenerateBlocks without having to dig into code, and that's okay. That's totally fine. I do it as much as possible. But let me know in the comments, like, are there people interested in seeing how to do this in PHP instead? I mean, I'd be happy to do that too if it wouldn't bore people to death or like just be something that no one's interested in. Or you know what? Maybe I need to do it anyway because I'm doing this for fun. So yeah, I think I'll shut up now. I'll leave it here. And, we built a notification system. And just to show you, super alert. Look at me. Man, I can't type. Okay, no link, no link. We're going to style like an alert though. Now, if I publish this, because it has a more recent publish date, it's going to take the place of the pre. What did I do? Okay, that probably still has. Let's see. We're over an hour. Why not? Hope you're still hanging in there. I need to get some work done. Let's see. What did I leave? Okay, that roll set's been cleared. Move that. Because the notification is showing, or the heading, but not the message itself. So why not? Well, that is peculiar. Metakey notify text. Huh. I'm truly stumped. Unless. Oh, I guess it was just leaving that bit behind from the visibility plugin. So yeah, the idea was, I'm sorry in doing it this way, and I should have addressed that more. I like to have a list, and I can switch these to draft or whatever, or say like the super alert is over, and I can just switch it back to draft. Wait, no, that's the test one. Sorry. So I can come into the super alert, switch it to draft, and update, and then this one takes back over. Okay. And then if I don't need any of them, I just switch them all to draft. And I guess you could build some kind of master switch in options or something like that. And now they all go away. And again, you're left with this empty div, which I'm not super crazy about. But whatever. Again, in PHP, I wouldn't have that problem. But sometimes we want to build it all in the block builder, and that is okay, as long as we can still make it accessible and efficient. And is it still semantic HTML? Is that how you proper markup? So yeah, it works. It works, and we built it completely from scratch. And we can go mark our timesheet as an hour. We can move on about our days. So I hope that's helpful. Please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And I'll have some more stuff next week. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you very much.